I got a new camera mount, so I'm going to see how dizzy I can make anybody that is going to watch this. This is a update to my gunflint making series that I have on YouTube. I thought I'd put it here and try to make a short and sweet video. I have started making points about a year ago, and so I've generated a lot of these flakes, like these, while I'm making knives and other stone tools, arrowheads and such, when I'm working down. This is just the debris, the debitage, and so I save any of these that have a naturally sharp, straight edge. That's about the right angle to make the working edge of a gunflint from. And if they're not cracked or too bad, too damaged, looks like there's enough meat on them, I throw them in a box, save them, and so I end up with a bunch of this stuff. And here we are today. I rummage through the box and find something. Looks like it might work. Let's try this one. Okay, so I've got a file with the end cut off of it and beveled. It's kind of beaten down now, but it was about a 45-degree angle ground on each side to make kind of a dull ridge across the top. And then this is a cross-peen hammer, a very small one. This is a Stanley brand. This is for sheet metal working, but it works really well for this, and you don't have to make one. So the kind of gunflints that I make almost all have a ridge across the top, and I actually prefer that to a flat-topped flint, like you can make from the long blades driven from blade cores like the English use. They'll take a big nodule of true chalk-formed English flint that's very consistent material inside, and they'll crack the stone open and quarter it, and then they'll take the quarters and they'll very carefully work those down into a blade core, which is like an ice cream cone, and they will take and drive these long blades off the side of it, and it's kind of like this, but usually longer, and you can get several gunflints out of those. They'll have one side that's one or two sides that have very, very sharp, natural, straight edges. Depending on how they're prepared before they're struck off the core, they'll have a flat surface on the top. When you look at them from the side, they will have a trapezoidal shape to them. And if I make one of those, it's by accident. Usually mine will have a ridge on top because I'm just using these scrap chunks that come off of the work pieces when I'm knapping points. So I actually started out just making gunflints, and I would save the nice pieces, or what I thought were the nicer pieces of flint that I found, or chert that I found when I was out rock hounding, and said, oh, that's too nice to beat up into gunflints. And so eventually I got enough of those, a big pile, and said, I guess I better learn how to make arrowheads. So I did, and now I just make arrowheads and then use my debitage for gunflints. So you can purpose make your gunflints if that's all you want to do, like I did for a long time, or if you happen to be a flint napper, you can save your good pieces and use them. Okay, this one is not going to work because the angle is too steep right here, and that also puts the central ridge way too far forward, and it'll spit out of the jaws. It can't get a good grip. This front part's too short, so that one's junk. Now let me try it. And no, that's not going to work. Like I say, I look at these quick when I'm knapping, and if it has a sharp edge, I may just pitch it in the keeper box for gunflints and see. Yeah, junk. Let's try to actually find a decent one here. Here we go. Okay, so flat side up, ridge side down. And what I'll do is I'll find my my edge that I want to use, and this this concrete, they call it. This is a dross in the formation of the flint. It is not real good for making sparks, so I try to avoid it if I can. Get rid of that. So I'm upside down, flat side up, and I try to square one edge or one side to the naturally sharp, straight edge where the flake came off. That's what I want to use to strike the frizzen. So, okay, I got one side. Now let me do the other side, opposite side, and try not to break the corner off. A lot of times I'll break the corner off of the working edge. Yeah, I almost did it that time. Take the face of the hammer here and kind of work that back a little bit. This one doesn't have a perfectly straight edge, but that can be fixed. All right, so now it's a little bit long. So now I'll trim the back. Check it against my form. See, this in here, I'll make a 7/8 by 1, won't it? Yep, sure did. My nice high quality gauge. Okay, so what we have, it's not too thick overall. You'll learn whatever your particular lock likes, how thick it can tolerate. You know, if it's really up here, won't have enough room to clamp it. So this one actually ended up being kind of sort of flat on top, and it has a nice taper down to a nice flat straight edge. It's the correct size. The leading edge and the back are parallel to each other, and the sides are parallel, so you got a nice rectangle, and it's flat on the bottom, flat-ish. Yeah, there's a little bit of a twist to it, but not too bad. Not bad for an old junk flake. So that will clamp in the jaws well, and this is actually Pedernales chert from the Pedernales River, which means flint in Spanish. The Flint Chert River in Texas is where I got this, and actually off of private property with permission, which is really what you have to do anymore. Most of the public access places that have any chert are pretty few and far between. So make friends. If you live in a part of the country that doesn't have chert in it, you can order all sorts of different shapes and sizes of pretty high quality stone from stone suppliers, stone vendors that sell to flint knappers. And you can call these people up, tell them what you're interested in, and they'll know what to sell you. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching.